there are two aspects to this, the economic impact on the U.S. consumer and the broader global consideration of the tariffs themselves and the politics behind them. Now, certainly they've damaged China's economy, but have they really been meaningful or successful in any way in achieving anything in global trade terms?
I think not. Certainly there's a difference of opinion, and President Trump thought they would be very effective. I think the proof is in the pudding, and the record shows that not only have they not really had a negative impact on the Chinese economy, they in fact have had a negative impact on the American economy. It's acted as a boomerang against American consumers. And that's why you see business groups and increasingly consumer groups who are pushing the White House to do something. And let me just say that while over time they would have a 1% benefit on the consumer price index to American consumers, there's no question they would have some virtually immediate benefit for American consumers. The fact is, this is one of the few things the President of the United States can do to get inflation under control. What we know is inflation now is in upwards of 8% across the American economy. Unemployment is below 4% at 3.6%. Historically, when we've had inflation above 4% and unemployment below 4%, we've had a recession. That's the precedent, and there's never been an exception. So the American economy seems on its way to a recession in an election year for Democrats that I think could ultimately result in significant setbacks for the Biden administration.
But look, although this was a Trump-era initiative and it was presented in an aggressive and slightly, I guess, obnoxious, I guess is the only word I could use, position, a lot of Democrats supported it. I mean, the reality of the global trading situation is that China is managing a situation where it's benefiting enormously from its exchange rate controls and its capital controls, and its trade balance reflects the imbalance, if you like, on that relationship. So the fact that something needed to be done was fairly bipartisan at the time, wasn't it?
Well, it's true that it was bipartisan. Trump's confrontation, that's the word I choose, with China was certainly supported across the political aisle. But what makes for good politics in this case makes for very bad economics. Confronting China, I think, can be popular at home, at least in the short term in the United States, but it's bad news for American consumers and the American economy. And I think that's what President Biden is starting to realize, that as the election begins to shape up here, leading up towards November, it's going to be the economy that's going to be most important to voters. And if the president can do anything to ease some of the economic pressure on American consumers, he should do so. Ultimately, good economics should make good politics.